Hiya. This is just going to be a really brief video about the breath and lungs, and I just really want to stress how much of a big deal this really is in this whole journey. In this whole journey of well-being, personal development. When we're born, where you watch a baby breathe, they breathe deep into the belly, and the stomach comes out like that. The stomach comes out as well as the chest, like they use the whole of the lungs. And then as we get older and we get conditioned and we start to have more resistance to ourselves and start to suppress parts of ourselves, we start to close off the lungs. And you'll notice if someone's in a lot of stress, they just use this top bit here, the top part of the lungs, and they breathe into the throat like this, which is probably one of the reasons as well why exercise can be really good for you, because obviously you exercise your lungs if you're doing cardiovascular exercise. And I mean, breathwork's been one of the most powerful transcendental experiences I've had, and even just using it, I'm going to do a thing tonight. I'm going to do a live breathwork session tonight. Just using the breath consciously like that, just really start to reclaim the parts of your lungs that you've closed off, will automatically start to reclaim parts of the self that you've rejected, and things will start to change. You'll start to feel more centered, more whole, more complete, more easygoing, more stable and balanced. And whatever way you do it, whether you use breath work, whether you use exercise, I honestly can't stress this enough, how important it is to really reclaim your lungs, to dedicate time and energy to using as much of your lungs as you possibly can, and just watch what happens in your life. I know a lot of these videos I make are about concepts and stuff like that, which does help. It helps to release the resistance when you find that, so that belief I had was I was too wedged into it, and actually there's something else. It helps to loosen the grip, and the more we do that, the more we'll commit to the practices that will replace those beliefs with something more valuable, something more constructive, something more useful, something more blissful in life. So whatever it takes to reclaim as much of your lungs as you possibly can, and make that important in your life, make that a priority, make that a thing that you do when you're relaxing. Maybe just empty your lungs completely all the way, and then all the way in as much as you can, from the bottom to the top, from the front to the back. Just doing that that simple exercise a few times a day will just start to encourage more. I feel lovely now. I only did it once. This is what I'm talking about. You'll go a little bit lightheaded, but then you seem to sink into a more centered, more balanced, more relaxed and tranquil state of being. It's almost like it centers you in amongst all the commotion. And I've recently been doing the Wim Hof method, which obviously I can't recommend enough. I'm big on the breath work as it is, and just committing daily to a practice, and then alongside the cold showers, which again I can't recommend enough. I will go more into this stuff. And I really just wanted to get this short video out to just really stress. I'm not going to bang on about it anymore, but even though I do realize repetition is actually important for people to get something under the skin, so I'll probably keep addressing it. But lungs, breathing, breath capacity. The more you use your lungs, the more whole you will feel, the more healthy you will feel. Take care of the respiratory system. I've grown up as an asthmatic, and God, I've suffered so much with breathlessness in the past, and dipping in and out of consciousness as a child when I woke up in the middle of the night and suffocating basically. So I can really relate on a very personal level how bloody important the lungs are and the breath. Focus on it, man. There's loads of different types of breathing I'm going to be sharing on here, all the yogic ones. I mean, you can look them up, but I'm going to share them as well. And and I'm going to share as much as I can to help the world reclaim their lungs, and do it in a way that you will do, that's not like some huge commitment, something that's enjoyable and simple and easy and quick. Yeah, that's it. That's why I've jumped on today, is literally just to try and get that to you in a way that you will hear the information and perhaps absorb it and go, okay, I'll at least consider this. I'll at least do a little bit of further research. I'll at least do a breathwork session. I will watch future videos that are about the breath, etc., etc. So much love. Focus on those lungs. Love yourself. Be complete. Do the work. It's beautiful.